Welcome listeners. In this video lecture, we will see a topic TQM, that is Total Quality Management, a topic from Quality Assurance subject. Myself, Mr. Madhav Shalke, Assistant Professor at SVKM's Institute of Pharmacy, Dhule. This presentation is made for education purpose only and not meant for any commercial interest. The information provided in the presentation by the presenter is taken from his own personal experience and understanding and from the references quoted at the end of presentation. Let's start with definition of TQM. TQM, it is a way of managing organization to achieve excellence. TQM, it contains three words, that is total, quality, management. So total, it means everything, each and every steps, each and every process which is followed in any pharma industry. Quality, it means degree of excellence, and management, it means art, act or way of organizing, controlling, planning, directing to achieve certain goals. So we can define TQM as a management philosophy embracing all activities through which the needs and expectations of the customer and community and the objectives of the organization are satisfied in the most efficient and cost-effective manner by maximizing the potential of all employees in a continuing drive for improvement. For effective management of TQM in any pharma sector, there are 8 principles like focus on customer, employee involvement, process centered, integrated system, strategic and systematic approach, continuous improvement, fact-based decision making, and communication. Now we will see one by one principle. So first principle, that is customer focus. So first principle, focus on the people or customer who buy the product or service. When we understand what customer wants or needs, we have a better chance of figuring out how to get the right material, people and process in place to meet and exceeds their expectations. So our customers determine the quality of product because ultimately they are end users. So if product fulfills a need and lasts as long or longer than expected, customers know that they have spent their money on a quality product. So to implement this TQM principle, that is customer focus, each and every pharma industry, they should focus on research and understand the customer's need and expectations, align organization objectives with customer needs, communicate with customers, measure satisfaction, and use the results to find ways to improve processes and manage customers' relationship. So these are the different ways through which we can implement first principle, that is customer focus in TQM. Second principle of TQM is total employee commitment. So we know already we can't increase productivity, processes or sales without the total commitment of all employees. They need to understand the vision and goals that have been communicated to each and every stakeholders. So employee must be sufficiently trained and given the proper resources to complete tasks in order to committed to reaching goals on time. So to implement this second TQM principle, that is total employee commitment, management will clearly communicate and acknowledge the importance of each individual contribution to the completed product. They can stress that each team or individual accepts ownership and give them the responsibility and opportunity to solve problems when they arise. Encourage employee to self-evaluate performance against personal goals and objectives and make modifications as necessary to improve workflow. They can acknowledge success and optimize performance to build confidence in your employees and your stakeholders. third principle of TQM is process approach. So adhering to process is critical in quality management. Process ensures that the proper steps are taken at the right time to ensure consistency and speed up the production. So to implement this third TQM principle, that is process approach, management should use TQM tools such as process flowcharts to define clear roles and responsibilities so everybody knows who does what at certain times. Create a visual action plan so everybody can easily see the specific activities that need to be completed to achieve the desired results. Analyze and measure current activities to see where improvement can be made, and evaluate the impact of process and activities on customers, suppliers, and stakeholders. Fourth principle of TQM is integrated system. So typically a business has many different departments, each with their own specific functions and purpose. So these departments and functions should be interconnected with horizontal processes that should be the focus of TQM. In an integrated system, everybody in department should have a thorough understanding of policies, standards, objectives, and process. So integrated systems help the company to look for continual improvements in order to achieve an edge over the competition. So to implement this fourth TQM principle, that is integrated system, management promote a work culture focused on quality. They can use flowcharts and other visual aids to help employee to understand how their functions fit with the rest of the company. Management can make training available for employees who need to learn new process and who want to explore opportunities for advancement. So this is the fifth principle of TQM, that is strategic and systematic approach. So ISO, that is International Organization for Standardization, describes this principle as identifying, understanding and managing interrelated processes as a system contributes to the organization's effectiveness and efficiency in achieving its objective. So multiple processes within a development or production cycles are managed as a system of process in an efforts to increase efficiency. So to implement this TQM principle, management have to give proper training and resources that will help employee to complete their individual steps in the process, continues improve process and products and upgrade equipments as necessary to reach goals, make continuous improvement a measurable objective for all employees, and management can recognize, acknowledge and reward innovations and process improvements. This is the sixth principle of TQM, that is continual improvement. Optimal efficiency and complete customer satisfaction doesn't happen in a day. So business should continuously find way to improve process and adapt the products and services as customers needs shift. So this is known as continuous improvement. So to implement this TQM principle, management can implement policies to establish product, process and system improvement as measurable goals for individual teams and departments. Management can recognize, acknowledge and encourage innovations to improve process and developments, and they can encourage employees to participate in available training sessions to learn and take on new and additional roles. This is the seventh principle of TQM, that is fact based decision making. So analysis and data gathering leads to better decision based on the available information. Making information decision based leads to a better understanding of customers and market. So sometimes management have to take a decisions. So they take decision based on the accurate data. So to implement this TQM principle, management can analyze and check data to ensure that it is reliable and accurate. They can make relevant data available to stakeholders. They have to use valid methods to gather and analyze data. So finally, they can make decisions based on the fact learned from the data and their own experience. So this is the eighth principle of TQM, that is communications. Everybody in the organization needs to be aware of plans, strategies and method that will be used to achieve goals. So there is a greater risk of failure if you don't have a good communication plan. Or any firm or company, if they don't have good communication plan, then there is a greater risk of failure. So to implement this important principle of TQM, that is communication, management can establish an official line of communication so that all employees know about updates, policy changes and new processes. Where possible, they have to involve employees in decision making and make sure everybody in every department understands their roles and how they fit in the role. So for effective implementation of these 8 principles of TQM, there are 8 elements of TQM which can be divided into 4 groups like foundation, building bricks, binding mortars and roof. So foundation means there should be ethics, integrity and trust. So management have to trust on their employee. Building bricks means there should be a proper training, teamwork and leadership. Binding mortar means there should be a proper communication and roof means recognition. So by effective implementation of these 8 elements and 8 principles, TQM will be effectively implemented in any pharma sector. Now we will see benefits of TQM. So after effective implementation of 8 principles of TQM, there will be higher productivity. Management will strengthen competitive positions. There is a flexibility to change according to the market conditions. So we can change our product or process according to the market conditions or customers needs. Removal of defects and waste. So there will be less defects and less waste. Reduced cost and better cost management. As there is a less defects, obviously there will be a reduced cost and better cost management will be achieved. There will be higher profitability, improved customer focus and satisfaction, increased customer loyalty and retention, improved employee morale, enhanced shareholder and stakeholder value, and improved and innovative processes. So these are the benefits of TQM after effective implementation of 8 principles of TQM. So these are the references which are used for the preparation of this presentation. Thank you listeners for your valuable time. Thank you.